Okay, Linda, I'm thinking your next guest is going to go ahead and just give me the bad news that cookie dough is not a food group.
I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Cookie dough is a food group,
Okay.
and so is wine.
Well, this is on the plan. Okay,
No kidding. Wine?
I'm saying it's a pretty good plan.
I'm liking it. All right.
All right, thanks, Chrissy. How'd you like to drop pounds without dieting? Well, we've got some recipes to show you where you can lose weight and eat great. Sounds wonderful. Pam Anderson is an author, food editor for USA Weekend, and a chef. And thanks for being here.
My complete pleasure.
Now, you were the cover story on USA Weekend a week ago.
A couple weeks ago, yes. They had me holding up my big old jeans.
Yeah, I saw that picture. Oh, there it is. There it is.
Oh, no.
How I did it. And you were talking about how you lost nearly 50 pounds.
Yes.
Without dieting. How did that happen?
Well, I realized that diets didn't work. I tried them all just like everybody else, and I finally realized it's true. It's got to be a lifestyle change. That eat a little less, exercise a little bit more. We all know what we have to do. It's just how do you get there? And what I realized is that I needed to start within. I went to my doctor. I got my body healed physically. I pinpointed why I was overeating and solved that problem. Then I was finally in a position to decide what do I need to eat to be happy for the rest of my life. Mm-hmm. And I came up with a really cool plan that is not about deprivation. It's all about taking care of yourself, and it's all about life's pleasures, because that's what food is. It's a pleasure.
Well, yeah, I mean, most diets are so depriving. I did we were talking about this. I did the cabbage soup diet. I almost passed out on the air one day. It was so stupid.
And I flushed my pot after week 2.
You did?
That pot of soup.
Oh,
yes, it was
cabbage
awful.
soup for every meal.
I know.
So this one you're saying you can do little bits. So how does it work then?
Okay, well, I eat 6 times a day, and they're not just sort of pecking like a bird eating all day long. This is like real eating opportunities. I start by getting up in the morning and drinking a cup of hot milky tea or coffee and a banana. That energy.
So coffee, you can have coffee.
Absolutely. There is nothing on here that you shouldn't have. It's just a matter of how much and how often. Mm-hmm. And then I usually have a piece of fruit that it energizes me for my workout, because exercise is part of the, eat a little less, exercise a little bit more. Then that allows me to postpone breakfast until about 9 o'clock in the morning, so I don't get those mid-morning munchies.
So you kind of exercise in between?
I exercise between my banana, and then breakfast can be anything. I've actually got a recipe in the book for overnight oatmeal, so you don't have to worry about it in the morning. You can just mix it and either put it in the fridge or put it in the lowest setting of your oven so that it's ready when you get up in the morning, so you can have a bowl of oatmeal. And for me, lunch is usually a super salad, and not just a boring plain old salad.
Yeah, I see cheese here. I see chicken.
See chicken, see cheese, yeah. And I set it up, the chapter, like a salad bar, so that, again, you're not eating the same thing, because that's the worst thing about a diet, isn't it? You're afraid to eat interesting things because you don't know, maybe that's got a lot of calories in it. Well, it's all
I think it's when you start doing all the counting that people get confused, and am I doing the wrong thing? Or
yes, and I give you the calorie counts of the salad, so that, but not, I don't make a big deal about nutritional analysis, because it's like, are you going to focus on that for the rest of your life? This whole thing is about what do you want to do for the rest of your life. So then you're going to just drizzle the salad with a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper, and of course you flavored the salad so well that it just needs a little tiny light dressing, and then a little bit of vinegar.
Okay, so that's just the trick. That's what you dress it up with. Okay.
That's right. So you've had a salad or soup for lunch. You don't need to eat a lot, because at 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon you get tea time. And this is the moment where you give yourself a little pleasure, a little sweet treat. If you deprive yourself of sweets for the rest of your life, you have to make friends with your sweet tooth.
This is what I asked you about first, I think.
That's the apricot bar, yes. I'm actually going to be demonstrating that at Sur La Table tonight in Carlsbad. So anybody who wants to learn how to make this wonderful tea bar, just come to the class.
Okay, so that's in the mid-afternoon, and this kind of fills you up, gives you some more milky tea.
Another cup of hot tea, and it energizes you for that
when
final
does the
push.
wine come in?
Wine comes in as soon as you walk in the door. Give yourself a glass of wine and some nuts. It does 2 things. Again, it's like, this is not a diet. This is fun. But it also keeps me from that pre-dinner prep picking, when you can consume the calories of an entire meal before you ever sit down.
You eat a lot of cheese before the
That's exactly right.
Done,
so just give yourself a glass of wine, the nuts. Dinner can be really, really simple. Get this. Just put some fish on a platter, on a baking sheet. Drizzle it again with a little bit of olive oil, salt, and pepper. You don't even have to preheat the oven. Set this in the oven, cold oven, then turn the oven on 400 degrees on the bottom oven rack, and in 15 minutes, you've got dinner. That's all the effort it takes.
That's it, just a little bit of olive oil and some lean fish.
That's right. And any kind of fish. Okay. I mean, any pretty, as long as it's a fillet, or even a salmon steak would work. And vegetables. You can do cherry tomatoes, you can do mushrooms, you can do green beans, you can do asparagus. So
So it doesn't have to be torturous. In other words, I mean, we're kind of running out of time. But
Yeah.
if people fall off the track one day, they can get back on?
And the cool thing about this is not my plan. I tell my story, and I tell you what worked for me, but you are in charge of your life. And I give you all kinds of options so that if you don't like fish, you don't have to do this. There's lots of choices. And that's what's going to work for you, is when you figure it out yourself.
Okay, well, that's great. It's really, it seems to be workable there. Now, the perfect recipe for losing weight and eating great, that's tonight at 6:30, sur la table, at the Forum at Carlsbad, and Pam Anderson will be there, and you'll have some of your cookbooks?
I sure will.
Okay.
And we'll talk more about this whole lifestyle change, which we all know we need to do.
All right. Well, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you. It's
and
been a
telling us your
pleasure.
success story, and maybe some people can apply it to themselves, too.